Speak Student.
Sun also rises. A la Shmoop. Lady Brett Ashley is quite the charmer. She's also the only female of any significance in The Sun Also Rises.
Hey!
Oh, sausage fest. But we wonder, is Brett a sympathetic character? Let's back up a tad and get a little background. Picture post-World War I Europe. Lots of people are dead. This doesn't stop protagonist Jake Barnes and his compadres from gadding about Paris and Spain, drinking wine and fishing and watching bullfights. This whole thing sounds like a pretty cushy life to us. The only downside for Jake is that a war wound has rendered him, impotent. Ouch. Oh, and he's in love with Brett. Brett is, well...
Yeah? Go on.
She's something.
That's better.
She's hot, sexy, smart, divorced,
All the single ladies.
and enjoys spending quality time with the fellas, if you know what we mean. It's pretty obvious why Jake would have a thing for her.
Oh, Jakey, you shouldn't have.
Of course, every other male character in the book is in love with Brett too, and that's the problem. Her only purpose in life seems to be to create conflict among men.
It's mine. Nuh-uh, they're mine. Break it up.
We know from the get-go how Jake feels about Brett, and that he's felt this way for years. Brett, however, is engaged to a guy named Mike. That's two guys. Then there's Jake's friend Robert Cohn, who's recently had an affair with Brett.
Yeah, I did.
That's three guys. Then Brett falls for a young Spanish matador named Romero. That's four guys. Four guys. Where does she find the time?
You know what they say, time flies when you have 4 boyfriends.
All that testosterone gets unleashed in bickering, insults, and fisticuffs during the bullfights at Pamplona. Way to stir up trouble there, Brett.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yet there are reasons to feel sympathy for the lady. Here she is stirring up trouble across 2 countries, acting as if she has everything under control. When in truth, she's been just as damaged by the war as Jake.
Totally fine. Definitely not in pain.
She's vulnerable, even if she doesn't want to show it. Hemingway also makes it obvious that Brett is capable of great emotional depth.
Good, but more passion this time. And action.
She is so in love with the bullfighter Romero that she ditches her fiancé to run off with the young Spaniard. Not that the relationship works out or anything, but still, E for effort.
What I want to know is, why is Austria so hungry all the time?
Brett can be a difficult character to like.
Hey.
Sure, she's beautiful and intelligent, but she can't help falling into bed with every guy she sees, stirring up anger and jealousy. She pretends to be debonair about her actions, but in truth, she's as damaged by the upheaval of World War I as any of her male friends and conquests.
Help over here.
She clearly wants to be loved and is capable of love,
Oh, Jake, it was always you.
but seems unable to reconcile the two.
Never mind.
What do you think? Is she unsympathetic?
Hola.
Or does her love for Romero earn her some leeway? Come up amongst yourselves. Let us know what you think.
So what's the deal with trench warfare? Am I right? Am I right?